भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ओम शांतिः शांतिः शांतिः। Namaskar and good morning, my dear students. Till now we have seen in the theme number 3, mystery and suspense, 2 chapters. First one, the mask. Second one, the adventure of the barrel cornet. Today, on the theme basis, same theme basis, one poem is there. The poem name is Listeners. This is the third poem in the theme number 3. In this video, we are going to read and explain the poem number 3, The Listeners. First of all, we see the learning objectives of this poem. To recite the poem with suitable voice modulation, to note how the poet creates an aura of mystery, to identify the contrasts in the scenes. These are the learning objectives. Let's see a short summary of this poem. An unnamed figure, the traveler, knocks on the door of a house in the moonlight and asks if there is anybody inside. The traveler's horse grazes in the quiet forest while the traveler waits for a response. A bird flies out of a small tower on the house and over the traveler's head. The traveler knocks again, more forcefully, and repeats his question. Is there anybody there? No one comes down from the house to meet him. However, no one even leans out of the window, the seal of which is covered in leaves, to look at him. He stands in place, puzzled by the lack of an answer. Inside the house is a group of ghostly beings. These listeners stand in the moonlight as they listen to the human voice coming from outside. The ghostly beings crowd around the staircase onto which moonlight streaks as the quiet atmosphere in the empty house is disturbed by the sound of the traveler's lonely voice. Outside, the traveler senses a strange presence in the silence that meets his question. His horse, undisturbed, continues to graze in the dark forest, the sky above full of stars and obscured by the trees. The traveler suddenly beats on the door once again, even more loudly than before. He then calls out, asking whoever is listening to pass on a message that no one answered him when he came to the house, but he kept his promise. The listeners don't make any motion in response to this. The traveler's words reverberate through the dark, empty house, coming from the only living person around. The phantom listeners hear him jump up onto his house, and then the sound of the horseshoes on the stone path as the traveler rides away. The silence of the forest quickly returns as the sound of the horses' forceful riding fades away. The theme of the poem, The Listeners, draws much of its eerie, dreadful means, eerie quality from the fact that its meaning is rather opaque. The poem in many ways defies interpretation precisely because it is all about the unknown and the unknowable. Somewhat paradoxically, the listeners acknowledges people's desire to seek understanding while also asserting a certain insurmountable mystery of the world around them. In short, the poem suggests that people cannot always find the answers they seek, regardless of how hard they look. The subject of the poem: the traveler arrives to the house in the woods clearly in the search of something. He repeatedly knocks on the door to ask if anybody is there and seems increasingly agitated by the lack of response. That his second knock is described using the word smart suggests a sense of urgency, his initial call having gone unanswered. Indeed, the third time he smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. He is further described as perplexed, confused means, and views the silent landscape as filled with strangeness. This illustrates his confusion about the situation in which he has found himself and reflects the air of mystery that pervades the poem in general. The essential creepiness of the poem comes from the fact that the traveler and the reader does not know what does or does not reside behind the door, a conceit that links the unknown with anxiety and fear. The house also is notably situated deep within a forest and suffused by the natural world, implicitly connecting that world to the unknown. The door is moonlit, for example, means under the influence of the moon, which is often linked in the literature to the supernatural. The forest floor is also ferny, suggesting that no one has walked there for some time. This is a world cut off from the human beings. The bird flies up out of the turret of the house, and the house itself has a leaf-fringed sill, further revealing nature's encroachment on the man-made structure. The connection of the mysterious house with nature and the traveler's clear inability to communicate with those within the house illustrates the separation of this world from the world of man, as the poem calls it. These in turn suggest that there are certain mysteries beyond the realm of humankind that people simply cannot access. This is the theme of the poem. Poet of the poem, Walter de la Mare, 1873 to 1956. He was an English poet, short story writer and novelist. His most popular works were for children. He had a fascination for all things supernatural, and he could change ordinary things into something thrilling, as is clear in a poem such as The Listeners and in collections like The Riddle and Other Stories and The Wind Blows Over. In this poem, the speaker builds an atmosphere of suspense and eeriness when a traveler knocks at the door of an old mansion or castle, we can say, on a moonlight night. When the listeners within do not answer, he leaves a message and rides away.
"Is there anybody there?" said the traveler, knocking on the moonlit door, and his horse in the silence jammed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor. And a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveller's head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. "Is there anybody there?" he said. But no one descended to the traveller. No head from the leaf-fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. But only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men. Stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveller's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry, while his horse moved, cropping the dark turf neath the starred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. "Tell them I came, and no one answered, that I kept my word," he said. Never the least stir made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house, from the one man left awake. Aye, they heard his foot upon the stirrup, and the sound of iron on stone, and how the silence surged softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone.
Poem listeners, reading and explanation we will see in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.